hands down, by far, the best marshmallow ever. If you think marshmallows are good, you're gonna love this recipe. And if you're like me, so many times you think, oh, well, I'm not sure if I can make that, or you know, what is in the store, or what ingredients are in the store-bought things that I think I can't make. Today I'm going to be making homemade marshmallows. Now I made these several times in the past. They are so good. Now, one of the things that I'm going to be doing differently with today's marshmallows is we're not actually going to be eating them today. What I'm going to do with them is, because the homemade kind do get a little sticky, and that's okay. I would just let mine sit for a few days, cut them out. We would eat them with s'mores. We would stick them in hot chocolate, you know, whatever the occasion be. I'm going to show y'all how to do that. They are really, really, really easy to make. Simple ingredients that you already have in your kitchen cabinet, and you know what is in them, and they are melt in your mouth, delicious. You're gonna kick yourself if you have not already been making marshmallows of why didn't I do this sooner, because I did the same thing. Let's kick it off and get the marshmallows going. I have all of my ingredients ready to go. This is non-GMO 100% gelatin from Azure Market. I have measured out 21 grams. I have salt, vanilla flavoring. Y'all can see the beautiful vanilla beans down in there. A half a cup of water for now. 1 cup of honey. Now I'm replacing my light corn syrup, which can also be substituted out in this video. 1 cup, I'm using honey instead, and 1.5 cups of raw cane sugar back here. Right now I'm fixing to get my stove going. I want to combine my cup of water, my honey, my sugar in a pot, honey, sugar, and salt. Had to double check those instructions. I'm gonna get those over in my pot and get it turned on medium. Keep it on medium until the sugar is completely dissolved. While this is dissolving, I'm going to take my beef gelatin and another half cup of water, and I'm going to get an electric mixer and blend those together. And I'm going to set that to the side until it's all ready to be put together. I have beef gelatin and water set to the side. My mixture, the sugar is not quite done yet. You don't want to get it too hot too fast. You don't want to burn it. The sugar on the bottom, so I slowly bring mine to a heat until all the sugar is dissolved. And in the meantime, I went ahead and greased. I just used some extra virgin olive oil and greased a pan. You can use parchment paper if you have that, and line the bottom of your tray. While this is warming up, I have a candy thermometer that I need to go get, because that will be essential in making this. That was one thing I forgot to add in the beginning. Have most of everything. If you don't have a candy thermometer, or at least a thermometer that will read temperature really, really high, you do need that for making the marshmallows. I'm gonna use my big kitchen mixer to finish mixing this up. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my beef gelatin mix and get that down in there, and when my syrup is ready and we get it to temperature, I'm going to slowly add that over in here while it's whisking. That way I'm not trying to pour and hold a mixer at the same time. So I found that my kitchen blender really helps. Just a tip there. Sugar is completely dissolved. Now I need to get my sugar mixture up to 240 degrees. I will be checking that with a candy thermometer, and I will not be stirring it at all. I'm just getting that up to that temperature. So that's the next step, y'all. I've got my mixer on medium, and I'm about to slowly start pouring my hot syrup mixture over into my beef gelatin now. I'm going to get my whisk on high now, and I want to leave it on high until the mixture is cool enough to spread. It's thick and fluffy. She woke up from her nap. Can you say hey? Hey. Okay, the blender time can take 3 to 10 minutes, so y'all be patient with your mixture. Wait until it gets thick and fluffy before you spread out your mixture. And don't forget, I'll show y'all this too, I have my vanilla. Before I get ready to spread it, I'm gonna add in my vanilla, and then you will be ready to add that to your grease pan. And ta-da, we are done. I'm gonna cover this, let it cool off. It'll go from that liquid state that you just seen to the full gelatin form. Then I'm gonna cut it up into little pieces, and then we'll have marshmallows for whenever we want marshmallows. Marshmallows has been sitting, so now I think it's time for me to take a taste test. Okay, y'all got me. Or maybe the second taste test. They are melt in your mouth, delicious. Hands down, by far, the best marshmallow ever. I wanted to mention this to y'all. These are sticky, okay? They're marshmallows, they're sticky. They're a little hard to work with because they're sticky, cutting up into little pieces. So what I've done is just put a little bit of powdered sugar on my fingers that I'm working with. But I wanted to mention to y'all, if you know in advance you need marshmallows, these dry very well. I would suggest making them about 5 days in advance, and then that way they can cover them, but they can sit out and lose some of the stickiness, and that way they'll be much more easy to work with. But they are marshmallows. They're gonna be sticky. If you take a store-bought marshmallow and tear it in half, it is sticky. So you're making a glob of stickiness. But by letting it age, it will help with the stickiness. Or like I'm doing, I just have a little bit of powdered sugar on my hands because I'm cutting a tiny square, and then I'm turning around and cutting that square into smaller squares before I put them over on my sheet. So just wanted to mention that to y'all. I know these are gonna be delicious, yummy goodness, but that is a hint that will help you definitely when you're cutting up your marshmallows. If you can make them about 5 days in advance, let them dry out. It will be easier. If not, don't stress out about it. Just get you a little bit of powdered sugar. I don't think you'll hear much complaining about that.